Oprah Winfrey. The name is synonymous with success, influence, and media power, but her story doesn't begin with fame. It begins in silence, in pain, in a world that told her she was worthless. This is the story of how a girl, born into the deepest struggles, found her voice and used it to change the world. Oprah was born in 1954 in the heart of rural Mississippi into a world of extreme poverty. Her early years were not filled with childhood innocence, but with instability, neglect, and profound abuse. Before she was even a teenager, Oprah experienced trauma that would leave deep, invisible scars. Trauma she carried quietly for years. No one knew, no one asked, and for a long, dark time she believed that her past was a life sentence, that it would forever define her future. But even in the darkness, a flicker of light appeared. Oprah discovered something that would become her salvation. She learned to read before she was 3 years old. While her world felt chaotic and broken, language gave her a sense of control, a place to escape. She found solace in books and power in her own voice. Even as a child, when she spoke, she did so with a clarity, an emotion, and a confidence that made people listen. Her voice stood out, a beacon of hope in a life filled with hardship. A pivotal change came when she moved to live with her father as a teenager. For the first time, her life had structure, discipline, and expectations. It was tough, but it was also transformative. Under his strict guidance, Oprah began to excel in school. The voice that had been silenced by fear and shame began to find its power once more. It began to command attention, not just in the classroom, but on a much larger stage. She started entering speech competitions, and she started winning. This led to a part-time job in radio while she was still in high school. From radio, she moved to television. A path began to open up, one she could never have imagined. But this path was far from easy. It was riddled with rejection and doubt. Early in her television career, producers and executives tried to fit her into a conventional mold. They told her she was too emotional, too expressive, that she got too involved in the stories she was reporting. They saw her empathy as a weakness. She was even fired from her job as a news anchor, a devastating blow that could have ended her career. But what others saw as her greatest flaw was about to become her greatest strength. In 1986, everything changed. Oprah was given her own talk show, and she broke every rule in the book. She didn't just interview people from a distance, she connected with them on a human level. She listened with her whole being. She wasn't afraid to cry, to laugh, or to share her own vulnerabilities. This raw authenticity created a level of trust and loyalty with her audience that television had never seen before. People didn't just watch her show. They felt like they knew her. Then, Oprah made a radical decision. She would no longer hide her past. She would not let the shame of her trauma hold her hostage. Instead, she would transform it into her purpose. She began to speak openly about her experiences with abuse, with pain, with healing. Her story became a bridge, connecting her to millions of viewers who had suffered in silence, who had never felt seen or understood. Suddenly, television wasn't just entertainment. It was a platform for connection, for therapy, for collective healing. From there, the Oprah Winfrey Show became a cultural phenomenon. But Oprah didn't stop at hosting. She understood the power of ownership. She launched her own production company, Harpo Studios, giving her complete creative and financial control. This was a revolutionary move. She wasn't just a personality on screen, she was the boss behind it. The show grew, and so did her empire. Soon there were magazines, a book club that could make an author's career overnight, and film productions. Oprah Winfrey didn't just become a star. She became one of the most powerful and influential women in media history. Yet, even with unparalleled wealth and fame, Oprah continued to ask deeper questions. What is success without meaning? What is power without responsibility? As her focus evolved, she turned her attention toward education, empowerment, and personal growth. She invested hundreds of millions of dollars in philanthropic efforts, most notably building a school for girls in South Africa. For Oprah, giving back wasn't a performance, it was personal. She believed that education was the ultimate form of freedom, the key to unlocking human potential. Her influence was unique. She never led through command or authority. She led through empathy and trust. Her recommendations could launch brands into the stratosphere, and her words could shift cultural conversations. She built an empire not on being untouchable, but on being relatable. When Oprah finally stepped away from her daily talk show after 25 years, her impact didn't fade. It expanded. She transcended television to become a global symbol of resilience, a testament to the power of turning pain into purpose. Oprah Winfrey's life offers a profound lesson. It proves that your past does not have to disqualify you. It can prepare you. Pain does not have to be the end of your story. It can be the beginning of your strength. And it shows that when you finally find the courage to use your own voice, you can inspire countless others to find theirs too. Thank you for watching. If this story moved you, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that inspires. We'll see you in the next one.